Okay, I'm sure you can hear me now. Hello, hello, everyone. Come on in, come on in. It's time for some TLC. I'm excited to have you all here. I'm trying to wait for more people to enter the room, so make sure they get some TLC. Um, Thank you all for joining us. We're excited to launch our first show, Travel and Lifestyle Conversations. Come on in, come on in, come on in. More people are joining the conversation. We're trying to wait. I am excited. Are you excited? Okay, by the way, give us some comments, questions. My guest is happy to answer. Be willing to high five him as well. Come on, bring the comments, bring the questions, join the conversation. It's not just about him and I, it's about you as well. So we're excited. Well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to get started. Once again, it's time for some TLC. I am your host, Tamika Jones, and this is Travel and Lifestyle Conversations. I'm excited to have you, if you cannot tell already, excited to have you guys join us. This is our first live. Yes, this is TLC's first live. We're excited to have you here. And I'm so excited for our guest. Our guest is an amazing visionary. He is one of the first employees, actually the first employee, and now the CEO of Labua Hotels and Resorts. His name is Deepak Ohri. I'm going to invite him into the studio. I could tell you more about him, but it's just better for you to hear from the man himself. I'm going to bring him on in.
High five.
Deepak, hey. High five.
I'm
High five.
very nervous. This is my first show about travel and leisure live, that too from US and Asia, two continents, and going to be for 30 minutes plus. So I'm nervous like hell. So
Why are you nervous? This is what you do. You are the man. You know that. What's there to be? Look at you with the suit jacket, sharp as always. What's there to be nervous about? We're sitting in the comfort of our homes. I wish this was like we were together. That would be ideal. But we just got to make do with what we have.
This is your first show, so I don't know what you're going to ask. Okay, I have nothing to watch to prepare. And you're going to ask a lot of questions, and I know you very well. So you are a very detailed person, so fingers crossed. High five.
Oh, well, it's late over here, but I know it's early over there. So, I'll keep the questions sweet and kind. Wink, wink. Okay, well, we're just going to start off the conversation. Again, people are still coming in because they want some TLC. They're going to trickle in. Just don't trickle out. And once again, send us some comments. Send us some questions for Deepak. Give him a high five. Join the conversation. Look, he and I can talk all day, right, Deepak?
Yes, sure.
We can talk all day. Yeah. But we would love for people to join the conversation. So, definitely. Okay, the first question. People, maybe in the United States, some people do, but many people don't know who you are. So, let's tell the people who you are. Who is Deepak Ohri? Please share.
Okay, so now that your topic is high five, so I'll also keep my answers very brief. So I'm going to tell you everything you're going to ask me. I'm going to tell you 5 things about that topic. So okay. If everyone wants to know about me, which they'll be very surprised. Because no one has asked me this question. So I'll say I have got 5 S. Okay.
Did you say S is in Sam?
Yeah, S is Sam. So I'm
okay,
shy.
So you're about to share 5 S's in like Sam, the name Sam. Okay, go ahead. Proceed.
So I'm shy, meaning if I don't know people, I don't meet them. I don't relate to them. If someone has invited me for a function, you will find me standing in one corner holding my glass. So that's what I am. So people think I am so much shy that people are thinking that I'm arrogant. Okay. I value self-respect. Second S is self-respect. That's the most important part of my life, my journey. Third thing is I'm a very simple person. For me, I'm as simple because for me the best food is a home cooked food cooked by my wife Anita. So that is as simple as I am. Plus, I'm a survivor. I've gone through a lot of failures. I've survived it, and these failures add up to where I am today. So I'm a survivor. And now you must have figured out I'm a storyteller also, but non-fiction. I'll tell the truth, not fiction, but non-fiction. So I'm a storyteller. So this is something about me. 5S.
Okay. Okay. So let me get out. Okay. So shy, self-respect, simple, survivor, storyteller.
Yeah,
Correct?
yeah.
Okay. So that's awesome. But you know what's interesting? I will say what's interesting. You shy.
Yes, it is.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I am. Until I have done full research on a person, who the person is, I've spoken to the person over the phone before. I I don't meet people. I'm too shy.
Interesting. That's because you have this, very big personality. You when you see you, it's like this is Deepak, and obviously there's the confidence, and I will say also there's that self-respect, like you said, one of your S's. But I would never think you would say shy, and I would never think you would say simple. But I guess I know. I mean, many men like a home cooked meal. So I think many men who, if they're men here, they can relate. High five, Deepak, if you can relate to having a home cooked meal simple. I'm not much of a cooker, but I desire to be. Leave a comment, you leave a question, let Deepak know if you're simple, not simple. And
I tell
survivor.
I tell you a story about my simplicity. So I stay in a condo. So I was just down walking, and I met someone. He's a diplomat. So he said, "Oh, hi, how are you?" I said, "Yes." So he says, "Where you work?" I said, "I work at Lahore." He says, "Oh, you have a very stylish CEO, Deepak Ohri. I know him." So I said, "I'm Deepak." He says, "Oh, you are, but he always dresses so well. You're so simple." So I said, "That's what I am. That's my personal life."
Got it. That makes sense. I get it. I get it now. Okay, so, this is good. Now that everybody, again, I'm gonna run that down. Everybody knows that you're shy, you have self-respect is important to you, simple, survivor, and storyteller. Tell me more about the storyteller part.
See, in today's world, storytelling, you can have many synonyms to storyteller. It can be packaging. Storyteller is not that you have to speak. Storytelling is even your actions, even how you pack your food, even how you prepare your food. Everything reflects its story. And this world, when you talk about luxury, is nothing but a storytelling. Luxury would be available in every corner today had it not been because of storytelling, which is a synonym of packaging, which is a synonym of marketing, which is a synonym of actions related to what you're talking. So it is a very simple word, but when it comes to action in business, it's the most complicated word.
Well, that's interesting. And speaking of luxury, many people may or may not know that your hotel chain, Labua Hotel and Resorts, is a luxury hotel chain. Tell people more about Labua and your vision and how you brought this vision to light.
Okay, so I'll tell you 5 things about Labua first. Okay, like we are going high five. So it's the world's first vertical destination. Second, it is
It's the
the
it's the worst what?
first vertical destination.
Okay.
You have destination like Rodeo Drive, Canary Wharf, which are lateral or horizontal. This is vertical. So it's the world's first vertical destination. It is the 21st century disruptor of hospitality industry. Okay, we will come to that, why I'm saying that. It is a height of simplicity. And in this case, in Bangkok property case, it is 252 meters. The height of simplicity. We are as simple as possible. Fourth thing, it is rare, it is elegant. And fifth thing is luxury redefined. Now coming to that, when we started this hotel company, we didn't start the hotel company with a hotel. We started it with a restaurant. And And if we would have, at a hindsight, if we would have started this whole company with a hotel, I won't be here on your show. I would be standing in a queue far behind because the way we have started. So there was a gap, there was an entry. And when we started our first rooftop restaurant, there were only 5 rooftop restaurants in the world. Today, there are thousands. But you know what is the best part? There are so many rooftop restaurants, not even single one. Revenue can be compared to our revenue, though we are in a corporate B city in Bangkok, Thailand. So this is what we have done. So you can never beat the original. That's the point. It is not the first restaurant, so I won't say original. It is the original because it is the first rooftop restaurant where the luxury has been redefined.
And just to paint a picture for our viewers, Labua in Bangkok was actually featured in the Hangover 2.
Yes.
So people, I just want people to say, they'd be like, well, I'm not familiar. You've seen it, and you've seen it. And if you watch the Hangover 2, you've seen it. So I just want to paint a picture. And yes, I've been to the hotel. If people, a little backstory. When I was working for CNN, I was sent on assignment to Thailand, to Bangkok. And I was sent on assignment to actually do a story on luxury travel and a luxury experience. And I had a chance to do that story and feature Labua and Deepak in the story, and it came out fantastic. And I have to say, from my personal experience, it lived up to the hype.
Thank you.
Okay, so you know what? Let's see if there are any comments or questions coming in. Come on, everybody, don't be shy. Give us some comments. High five, Deepak.
High five.
Yes, high five. Give some questions, comments. We do have one question here. Oh, hey, well, thank you, superb person. That's awesome. Okay, so moving on. What's next? Okay. So there's a reason why this is really called High Five with Deepak Ohri. I mean, there really is a reason. And it's because most recently, and actually, I have to say, during the pandemic, you are still being honored. And I'm going to read this verbatim because I do not want to get this wrong. And most recently, you received a Lifetime Achievement Award. Okay, so hold tight. You know, me and technology, we are not always friends, but today we're going to be friends. So here, I'm going to read this verbatim. Deepak Ohri has received the Lifetime Achievement Award in recognition of his outstanding contribution in the field of hospitality by International Hospitality Council in association with their International Institute of Hotel Management. Bravo. High five. Where's everybody else with their high fives?
What to do more with my age? They want me to retire. It's a lifetime more than achievement. They're saying, come on, guy, step down.
They're saying, no. But my God, you just received this award recently, within the last month or so, for this Lifetime Achievement Award. How does that feel?
See, for me, in my life, I have always competed with myself. My only competition in my life is Deepak Ohri. So whenever I get the award, that's the day I celebrate. And next day, I start competing with myself. And that's the reason we are holding, I'll use this Grand Prix verbatim, that we are holding the pole position in this country, not even in Bangkok City, in Thailand, when it comes to luxury. So we are holding that pole position. We are holding a pole position in Asia in creating experiences. And we are holding a pole position in the world to ever do first time a $25,000 plus per person commercial dinner and house food.
Wow. You know what, Deepak, I want to share with viewers, help people understand, like, you know, obviously we are still in a pandemic. And I want people to know, like, what's happening over in Thailand, especially where you are in Bangkok. Like, what's happening, and how are you as a leader in hospitality, and in how are you and Labua, how you guys are handling this pandemic?
Okay, so first of all, in pandemic, I want to make a statement. Then I'll come how we handle pandemic. Uh, what has happened in pandemic is if people are able to correlate, and if people have their antennas on, you can always actually this is the best time. Crisis is always the best time to know who your friends are and
Mm,
who the people actually are.
that's powerful.
Because during this time, no one needs any introduction. Because pre-pandemic, what people used to talk, and during pandemic, I won't say use the word right now, post-pandemic, but we are almost at the edge of the post pandemic being over. That's why we are doing this TLC show because travel is back. So during post-pandemic, how people have acted during the pandemic. So there are two sides of people. So people can see and assess the gap. We always maintained pre-pandemic that for us people are very important. And during pandemic, we did everything, but we never let even a single staff go in
Mm,
any of our locations. Though we
mm,
worked with a different owner in India, he was kind enough. His also because our owner is also the owner of the company, Kunaravadi, but Mr. Abdullah, who's the owner of our India property, also agreed not to let any staff go, and that's a huge thing for us. So for pandemic, we didn't want to add more to the misery of people, and that's the first thing we have done. And people may laugh at me. My theory is pandemic is like a war, and during war we all need soldiers. But when there's no war, we don't ask them to go because there's no war that is taking place. It never happens like that. So it's unfortunate. I'm not blaming anyone. It's unfortunate that the hospitality industry has seen the mass exodus of his people losing his job. I wish that we will reflect because whenever there is a pain, it's a very good thing because when there is a pain, you reflect back, and when you reflect back, that's where the new things start coming in. And I hope we will reflect back, and this won't be a narrow tunnel. This 1.5 year, and there'll be great learnings coming from it.
absolutely. I agree with you on that. So, speaking of that, as it relates to travel, what are your feelings on travel and the resurgence of travel?
Okay, one thing I know for sure, and I didn't know this before pandemic. So I may like to tell people that I'm a very knowledgeable person, but I am not. I learn every day, and I learn more from my failures, and I learn from reading books. I read almost 3 to 4 books a week.
Wow.
Okay, so I learn. What I've learned, the most important thing from this pandemic is just one. The most important thing, you cannot fool the nature. No
Mm.
storyteller in the world can fool the nature. I think it's high time we all, whether we are in travel industry, hospitality industry, or any industry, start respecting the nature.
Interesting. And why do you say that?
I think this whole planet belongs to us.
Hmm.
We are not going to leave our planet and go to other planets. Yes, we are going to the other places for fun, to the outer space, but we have to come back and survive here. And this is
Hmm.
our own planet. If we cannot keep our house in order, we will, and our future generation is going to face a lot of challenges. We do a lot of things for our children. We have to add one more to that list. Give them a planet in a better condition to live.
I agree with that. So I may have missed this, but I want to make sure. Um, you know what? Let's lighten up the mood. Let's lighten up the mood, Deepak. Let's lighten up the mood because we like to, have a good time, and we
Yeah,
promise people that.
yeah.
Comments, questions. We want to hear from you all. It's several of you. We are happy that you have joined the Travel and Lifestyle Conversations. Again, we are here with Deepak Ohri, CEO of Labua Hotels and Resorts. Okay, so let's lighten up the mood here. So, what do I have for you next? You know what? I do have this question. I want to know, what do you miss about travel? What do you miss about travel? Assuming you're not traveling right now.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
And what I miss about travel is the most important thing is culture. I always loved meeting and seeing different cultures. Second is people. Third is history. Fourth is I miss that excitement of packing, hopping on a plane, traveling to a new place. And the fifth and the most important thing to me is the food. I love the local food of each region. The food tells a lot about people. Not many people know about it. People always look at food as a taste, but food is a great introduction to people, their history, their culture, and their behavior. And that's what I miss about travel. I gave you this in five, if you notice.
You did. But you know, I was about to come back and say, Deepak, that was 4. I need 5.
You never know. It depends on what you're asking me.
Oh, that probably was intentional. Were you seeing if I was being a good listener? I was. So give me one more. I need one more.
No, I've gave you 5 already in this.
What was number 5?
See, so I told you culture, history, people,
history,
excitement, and food.
Oh, excitement. I missed that one. The excitement. Yes. And I agree. I miss it all too, you know. Okay, so what's next? Since you're not traveling, then what have you been doing and what are you doing daily during quarantine? What's going on? What are you doing?
Okay, so the most important thing I'm doing is writing my book. And it is
do tell. I'm sorry. Let me be quiet so people can hear the title.
Yeah, I'll give you this again. 4 more to go. Second, I am working with a university in US. I met this new friend of mine, a professor. So we are working with them on a very interesting project. That is a project for the students, a international business assignment, and entrepreneur project. So I'm working on that. That is part 2. Third, I'm learning swimming and tennis. Okay, so right now it is on hold because of conditions because of COVID. Fourth, what I'm doing is that I am going to be launching, along with my book, a social initiative. And fifth, I'm with my family, and I'm enjoying that.
Oh, family time is very valuable. And I can agree with you on that because I'm based in Atlanta, as you know that, but most of my family, I'm from Denver, Colorado. So I understand, I miss my family, but I am happy that I have a support system in Atlanta. But this has definitely been a time where you sit back and just say, I wish I could just go around the corner to hang out with some family. So I understand that. Well, Deepak, we actually have a question in here. Yeah. So it's a good question too. Yeah. So let me bring up the question so we can answer it here. I'll read it to you. It says, do you see a price war post-pandemic as tourism also, do you see there will be a price surge given the industries like aviation, hospitality would be on recovery mode?
Of course, there will be a price war. No questions about it. And there will be a price war. There will be a revenge travel. That is the word being used lately. And this revenge travel is bouncing back on us because the COVID is also resurging along with I would say, more revenge. But yes, there will be a price war. There will be people traveling. But then in the end, what is going to happen is a consolidation. And that consolidation is where the luxury will come back. Post-pandemic, for next 10 years, we are going to see luxury players doing very well. And below luxury is where the struggle will start. Now people will say that why I'm saying that. Let me come to that. To this. In real estate in US, in real estate in this part of the world. I'll use Hong Kong as a benchmark. What has happened is the luxury commercial buildings, the occupancy rate has not come down. In the other buildings in Manhattan, the occupancy rate has come down by 8 to 9%. In Hong Kong, the luxury buildings, the occupancy rate has only gone down by 1.5% during COVID. And during SARS, that is in year 2003, it was 8% in Hong Kong. So overall, if we look at these things, that is giving us an indication that luxury is on a rise. But this is also a great opportunity for every hospitality entrepreneur. Like in Japan, there's a lot of patchwork we do on the shirts and everything. It's very famous and it's quite expensive. There will be a lot of patch-up entrepreneurs until now and 2030. And because 2031 onwards, there will be a new real estate, there will be new hospitality, and there will be a new way to travel.
Okay. Well, let's hope we'll see how that all turns out. I don't disagree, but I mean, if you're a visionary, so I could say you have a good way of being able to predict the future. Okay, so high five to that.
High five.
High five. Okay, so continue to bring your comments, your questions. We want to hear from you. Okay, so you know what? I'm not going to let this slide. I'm going to come back to it though, because I heard you talk about a book.
Yes.
Are we able to share the title yet, or not quite yet?
I just told you the title: A Bridge Not Too Far.
A Bridge Not Too Far. Okay, you heard it first, everyone. Deepak Ohri, look out when in the fall, winter, spring, next summer.
It's coming March 2022.
Okay, March 2022, A Bridge Not Too Far, correct? Yeah, Look out for this book. Look out for this book. Okay, so I am fortunate to have had the pleasure to read the first 3 chapters. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because it's really not about me. It's about Deepak. And but I want to let you know that I was really touched by the story of your father in the book. And I'll keep it short and sweet because I don't want to give everything out about this particular chapter. But I was touched by your perseverance and your father's display of love. I'll just keep it like that. Your perseverance and your father's display of love. And again, Deepak just shared it right here on this platform that he has a book coming out, A Bridge Not Too Far, March 2022. You heard it here, Travel and Lifestyle Conversations. Tell a friend, buy the book. Okay, Deepak. Well, we have a comment. Let's check to see what people either want to know or what they want to say. Here we go. Oh, okay. Here's a question. Let's make this work for us. All right. Let's see here what this comment or question may be. You mentioned competing against yourself as a benchmark. Do you ever feel like you get exhausted to continue accomplishing more? Great question.
Competing against yourself as a benchmark. Do you feel that you get exhausted to continue accomplish more? No, I don't, because I enjoy. When you compete with yourself, there's no jealousy. It's actually more excitement. It is the biggest motivation is you are competing with yourself. So you're telling yourself you have to do better than before. So that is you don't get in depression, you don't get anxious, you get excited, you work much harder. So it's a great feeling. But when you compete with other people or other brands, that is where things go a little bit downslide.
Good question. Good answer. I like that. Compete with yourself. Okay. High five to that. Wait, high five to that. Okay, let's keep this moving. Okay. Speaking of your book, let's go back. Speaking of your book, give me 5 reasons, or if you want to cut it short, we can cut it to 3. 5 reasons why you think people will read your book, A Bridge Not Too Far, and 5 reasons why you think, or 3, why you think they won't read your book. I mean, I'm just being real.
That's a nice one. That why people will read and why people won't read. I have to. Why people would read is people read because it's a quest for self-respect. It's a
Mm.
journey for self-respect. It is a book which tells you that success always comes after the failure.
Mm.
In alphabetical order, also F comes before S. But and it's not one failure and you think you'll be successful. So if you want a long-term success, you have to have a series of failures. So don't be
Mm.
afraid to do failures. Third thing is this book tells my journey, and it can be anyone's journey.
Mm-hmm.
This is how the book is written. And this is a journey of everyone who comes from a humble background,
Mm-hmm.
that the pain you take during the course of the journey, how to convert, and it has been expressed. Normally people say, oh, I was in pain and I reflected and now I'm successful. No, it is telling you how to use that pain as a fuel, as an energy to motivate yourself and move forward.
Mm.
That is the third part of the book. The fourth part of the book is it's emotional,
Mm-hmm.
but it is real. It's non-fiction. So
Mm-hmm.
it's so life is when people look at me, how I dress, how my lifestyle is, and they think, oh wow, this is great. But this is a story behind me,
Mm-hmm.
that I'm also a human being. I also have pain. I also cry. I also have my moments like
Mm-hmm.
anyone else. I also struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone is thinking that being successful, you get rid of this thing, they're fooling themselves. So that is a part of the book. And the part of the book is that never give up your dream.
Mm.
The reason I have put the title of the book, A Bridge Not Too Far, is that this bridge I have been looking at since I was 5 years old.
Mm.
I have not even come closer to the bridge. That's why
Wow.
the title of the book is A Bridge Not Too Far. I am
Mm-hmm.
53. It's a 48 years of journey.
Mm-hmm.
I could have been completely gone and said, oh no, I don't want, let me look at the other dream. I've not left my dream. It's a single point agenda. And this is how it is expressed in the book. And 5 reasons why people won't read the book. That's a very
Yeah.
interesting one. But that's the easy.
Okay. Okay.
People who don't want to cry or don't want to get emotional are the
Mm.
people who may not read this book. People who are afraid of reality. There are many people who read fiction, but non-fiction is a reality. Few of us can face the reality. So those who are afraid to face the reality, they are not going to read this book.
Mm-hmm.
People, uh, the people who are not going to read the book is who failed to understand the word in today's word is diversity.
Mm.
Diversity is a key thing. So this has been expressed very well, and diversity has been explained very well in this book. Now we talk about diversity when it comes. We talk about uh, people race. We talk about women being at the top, but this book touches more points that we as a world are overlooking. So those people who don't want to face that. And the fourth thing is this book talks about fun, a lot of
Oh.
fun. Many parents may not ask their kids not to read this because they'll be afraid that my kids won't study. Because I did have a lot of fun, and I still have a lot of fun. So it is about
Mm-hmm.
fun, and the book gives you a lot of excitement.
Hmm.
So for people who have high blood pressure, use caution because the book comes with a lot of excitement.
Oh my God. So that's why you think they won't read it, is because they make it excited and fun? Wouldn't that be reasons to read it?
I mean, those who don't want excitement, they may not like to read it. Those who don't
Okay.
want fun in life, they may not read it because they are different kind of people. So
So
that's why
maybe people who like to just, live in a
I can guarantee,
negative.
I can guarantee something. 99.99% people will have tears in eyes when they will read chapter number 9 of the.
Interesting. I really want you to shine a little bit more light on this Devil City. I don't know if you can. Um, can you give me a little bit more, a couple more lines or something about it?
The book.
Devil City, you mentioned as one of the reasons why people won't read. Well, the book, A Bridge Not Too Far, is because Devil City.
Yeah.
Why?
See, okay. Let me tell you, when the book is going to be launched, the first 10,000 copies of the book will be launched for people who have the inability to see the world.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So they are unable to see the world, but I want them to be able to read the book and see the world through my eyes.
Okay. Okay.
That is one part. Second part is in diversity is we always want to bring ourselves down by saying that, oh, I'm middle class, oh, I'm from this country, oh, I'm this race, oh, I'm this color, I cannot achieve that. No, these are the things that only losers talk.
Oh.
Winners always look ahead and keep on trying. Only two things. The rest you have to read the book.
Okay, so can you make sure I'm one of those 10,000 that gets the book, so I can see the world through your eyes?
Sure.
Because I understand, yeah, there are a lot of failures, as you talked about, that leads to success. But I mean, and I know there are no shortcuts, but maybe I'm just, I could, avoid some of the failures to get closer to the shortcuts if I could get a copy. Just make sure.
Definitely.
Just want to put that.
See, one thing I missed, and this is mentioned in this book, is one thing I missed a lot is nobody guided me in my early days that what path I should be taking. Because when you become independent, you stop listening to your parents. I did that.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no mentor. And that is what I'm going to do is to go to the particular business school in US. I'm going to be working with the professor and share my experience with the students. There's one more myth that is going to be clear in this book is everyone tells, when I've seen all the videos of many people going for the convocation ceremony and saying that at the graduation ceremony of the students that now you have finished your student life, your fun life is over, your real life is going to start, which is going to be very different. They are right.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing where they are not right, and this is, I have almost dedicated half a chapter in this, that your student life is actually more difficult than the real life.
Mm-hmm.
And you never realize that until you have achieved the top position. When you reach the top and you reflect back, you have lost many friends because of your success.
Mm.
And we don't look at that. We continue to make fair weather friends in our course of journey. But what I'm going to tell the students now is how to behave, how to act, to make sure that the friendships you make in your schools last forever. Because that is what is going to make your real life easy. Real life is not difficult. Actually, student life is more difficult because that is where the foundation is being laid.
Hmm. Well, you know what? I'm going to high five to long-lasting friendships.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so keep going. I mean, I got a few more questions. So you touched on this earlier, and I want you to give me 5 things. And this is 5 ways self-respect and compassion can lead to success for a leader.
Yeah, it is. Actually, if you have a self-respect, self-respect is a two-way street, because once you start respecting yourself, automatically you start respecting everybody else.
Hmm.
People don't respect themselves. You can look at yourself in a critical manner, but you have to respect yourself. And respecting yourself is actually the most painful thing. Most painful thing. I got, when I was 5-year-old, I learned my first lesson on self-respect.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was 20-year-old, that was my second lesson on self-respect. And 20 is a good age. And at that point of time, I thought to myself that I will never compromise my self-respect. So self-respect gives, first of all, if you have listened to what I've said, self-respect gives you motivation. Self-respect gives you confidence. Self-respect gives you purpose of life. Self-respect gives you compassion.
Mm-hmm.
It's not two different words. Compassion is derived out of self-respect.
Mm.
And through compassion, it gives you a wisdom to act. These are the five things.
I love it. Okay, everyone, you guys are hearing this. Please give us a comment. Drop Deepak a comment, a question. Give him a high five. You know, interact with us. Talk to us. We're doing all the talking, and Deepak's doing all the answering. He wants to hear from you. What questions do you have? We would love to hear from you. Okay, so my next question. Okay, I'm gonna make you laugh.
Okay.
What are some 5 fun things about being the leader, or you could give it 3, and 5 things you just do not like about being a leader, about being a CEO?
Okay. Oh, that's a very good one. So 5 things about being a leader is you got the power. Number one, I love about it. Power gives you confidence. Okay. I
Power,
love,
confidence.
yeah. So I love that. Third thing is you get to meet exciting people because you're a
Mm-hmm.
leader. Everyone wants to meet you. You want to meet everyone, and you
Mm-hmm.
learn a lot. So I became a leader very early in my life, also in this assignment and the previous assignment. So that's where my most of the learning comes. So fourth thing is I get to travel the world because
Yes.
I'm a leader, and when you get to travel the world, that's the most beautiful thing one can do. Traveling open your horizons. It's not about seeing exciting destination. It's not about seeing exciting hotels, restaurant, cruise. It just open your horizon, and subconsciously, even you don't want, you come with a lot of learning. And I'm just waiting for the travel to open. And the fifth thing is you become decisive.
Yeah.
So that's the five
Decisive.
things I enjoy being leader. The other
Okay.
things I don't enjoy being at the top. You are very lonely at the top.
Oh.
You are very lonely. Yeah, you have.
Mm.
Okay, so you are very lonely at the top, and everyone says that. I'm not a genius in telling that, but you are actually. So I'm just re-emphasizing what everyone has said. That second, uh, when you get power, the most dangerous thing is the use of power,
Mm.
and and you are under a lot of pressure
Mm-hmm.
of not misuse your power. Third, being at the top and being a leader gives you a lot of stress.
Yeah.
If I'm telling you that I enjoy my job, I do everything, there's no stress. And the fourth thing is when you, as a leader, take risk, the ability to lose everything is at stake.
Mm.
You know, as a leader, it's not what you are going to gain is more important. What you're going to lose is more important.
Mm.
And 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 I will tell you here why certain people are successful and why certain people are not.
Mm-hmm.
Many of us always work very hard and
Mm-hmm.
wonder why we are not successful. And we blame it on time, luck, many other factors. But you know what? If we look at every successful person, there's one thing common in all of us is what? What are we ready to sacrifice?
Sacrifice. Mm.
Yeah, what are we ready to sacrifice? So
Mm.
there was a moment, and this is, I'm putting a quote from my book. There was a moment in my life, and I was struggling,
Mm-hmm.
present assignment. And I went to a cafe and I was talking to Anita, my wife, and she asked me that you won't be successful like this. You
Hmm.
should be ready to sacrifice. And I took it very seriously, and we again came to talk. So the point is the ability to sacrifice is there. And the fifth thing is calmness.
Calm.
Even in the worst of the circumstances, we are all human beings, but we have to show the calmness. and that is not a easy thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is the five.
Yeah,
I
I
hope I'm
get that.
your five. You're asking a lot of tough questions. I want them to ask the question, not you.
They look, they're so quiet. I'm like, where I even put up leave a comment or ask a question. You are so intriguing and you're so captive. Nobody's wanting to give a question or leave a comment because it's so much good information. So I just keep rolling with the questions I have. And they, I like to think that they're good questions. Of course, I'm biased because I wrote them.
The morning time. I know we are live, but let me ask for a cup of coffee now because it's quite early here. I woke up quite early, so I'll have a coffee.
Okay, that's
Uh,
part of the luxury. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So please go ahead.
Okay. Did you put your request in? Can you make it two?
Sure.
But I hope as we try to find this way of the pandemic or whatever it may be, that maybe in the near future I could join you for that coffee. That will be the goal. That will be the goal.
Yes, we look.
Okay, so again, uh, this is Travel and Lifestyle Conversations with Deepak Ohri. Please leave a comment, ask a question, give them a high five, interact with us. We want to hear from you. Did you get the coffee yet? You still waiting on the coffee?
No, it's okay. Go ahead, please. It'll come.
Okay. Now you may have answered this. Oh no, you haven't. Good. We're gonna go back to travel. We're gonna go back to travel. I want to know what do you look forward to as far as travel, and what are 5 places you want to visit? And then I have to twist it for you. 5 places you don't want to visit because of the pandemic or after the pandemic, and why. So let's start with the 5 places you do want to visit once things open up a little bit more.
Okay, so it's a very good question. What I'm going to answer. See, I've been staying in Thailand for 21 years. And now we cannot leave Bangkok because of certain restrictions for some period of time. But lately, what I discovered is Thailand is such a beautiful place that there's such exciting and beautiful locations within the driving distance of 4 to 5 hours, and we started discovering some of that. So I would like to do that. 5 places I would. Second, without fail, the place I would love to visit would be Lake Como. Without fail. Lake Como.
Where?
Lake Como.
Lake Como?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Lake Como is next to Milan. It's a place I want to visit. Okay, so 45 minutes drive Lake Como. So I want to visit there. That is the second place. Third place I want to visit, it can be any part of the world. I want to have exciting wines and food to go along with that. Okay. Fourth place, without disturbing the balance of the planet, I want to visit where it is allowed, the nature.
Nature.
Yeah. Until now, I have always been going to the places and taking photographs and telling people I visited. Now it's a time to reflect back. I want to visit and appreciate this world, this planet.
Nature gives us so much. Yeah, that's interesting.
During pandemic, I realized that I've not seen much of it, and there's certain parts which are open to public. I want to go to those places. That is the fourth thing that I want to visit, and the fifth thing that is where I want to visit is I do a lot of adventures, so I want to do adventure tourism. The locations where the adventure tourism is allowed, I want to go there. So that is the 5 places I want to visit. Now, the toughest one is where everyone would be tuned in. The 5 places you said I don't want to visit. So 5 places I don't want to visit post-pandemic are the places, number 1 place, which the countries or the cities or the location that doesn't respect the nature. Number 2, countries, cities, and the location doesn't follow ESG. ESG is environment, social, and governance. That is very, very important for the future generation. Okay. That is the second part. The third part is the countries where we are not taking care of our natural resources. Okay. Fourth thing is where people are not looking at educating the future of the world, that is children's
Mm-hmm.
education. I don't want to visit the place where children education is compromised in the name of business.
Mm-hmm.
Education. Because I think the education is the most important tool in the world, and it is all the more important now. Because you know what is going to save us with this COVID is nothing but the science. And science is education. But science
Mm-hmm.
takes time, because science is what I'm telling, and what science is very different. So science does take time. We will come out of this pandemic, but it is going to take some time. But then again, science is in education. So that is the fourth thing location that I don't want to visit. And the fifth place I don't want to visit would be a place where elders are not respected.
Where what? Say it again.
The elders, people are not respecting the people.
Oh, our seniors, senior
See,
citizens are respected.
yeah, so these are the five locations I won't visit post pandemic, because you know what this pandemic has done to me, at least, and I think it has done to many people. This is one word that has come to everybody: consciousness. We all have become conscious of ourselves, our surroundings, and people.
Well, as you can see, Ron, as you were giving your 5 places you didn't want to visit, I actually thought it was going to be some humor behind it, but I value what you have to say. And even Ron commented quickly and said, nice,
Thank you.
from LinkedIn. And I love that. I love all of them really, but I would have to say the one that sticks out the most right now is nature, places that don't value and respect nature.
Thank
That
you.
would, yeah. Please, once again, everyone, we are leave a comment or ask a question. Again, give Deepak a high five. High
Bye.
five. Okay, we are coming to a close. Oh my God, this time is already almost over.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
You're going to drink.
Yeah, like it's like we clearly we both have the gift of gab, so much so that there are not many questions. So I guess there you are answering.
I think I did very well. I answered everything five. Oh my
You
God.
did. You did. Um, so let me ask you this. What do you most look forward to when returning to the office?
What I'm looking forward to returning to the office. First thing, I want to see whether my chair is there or not. I'm just joking.
Oh wait, it's unless somebody else took the chair, somebody else took a seat at the table.
See, you said it's fun, so I made it fun.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Looking forward to be back.
Lastly, uh, well, I guess you talked about this, but I mean, what is the good, the bad, and the luxury that you cannot wait to embrace?
It's the first and the most important thing is people.
Mm,
They are the luxury. Meeting
yeah.
people, hugging them, speaking to them, looking them in their eyes, shaking hands with them. That's what I miss. You know, meeting your people is the biggest luxury.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing can replicate that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is secondary.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we buy clothes. Why do we buy clothes? So we go out and meet people.
Right.
We go out to eat, social eating and everything, so that there is someone we are meeting and we eat along with them.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in luxury is related to people. So what is the most important thing when it comes to luxury is people.
Do you have a life motto that you live by?
Oh yeah, I do have a life model. It is my
Share
ex.
it, share it, share it, share it.
He's a part of my book, so people should read the book. There's a one full chapter you have read. There's a chapter 2 about him.
Is that John?
You're part of the world in US.
John.
Yeah.
John. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what you got to tell people what about the motto so they know. They don't know yet. They got to read the book to get more details about John. I'm not going to reveal John's name and let them read the book. But you got, what's the life motto that you don't mind sharing with everyone?
So here I won't tell you 5 things, but I'll tell you one thing about John.
Okay.
One thing about John is that when I met him in US, and that was year 1997, or 1996, I think 96. And I that was my first visit to US, 1996. And when I met him, he flew all the way to meet me at the airport. And I was just wondering that why such a senior person would come. And why he would come, because I come from a very different nationality. I come from a very humble background, and this person is doing that. So he opened my eyes. My first lesson in diversity, he taught me. My he actually reinforced the word self-respect. Like, means I wish there more John.
Well, high five to more Johns.
Yes, high five.
Final question. I'm gonna throw you with this one. 5 friends you have in your life.
Okay, now until 4 months. So this is I don't have.
All 5 friends.
No,
I don't have.
I have 4 friends, and the 4th one is a recent friend I met 4 months back. The person is a professor at a university, so that is a 4th friend. So I have only 4 friends. If I include myself, it'll become 5.
We always.
Yeah. Can I include myself?
You know what? I like myself, so I'm gonna say I'm a friend of myself. So, okay. And also, you know what? Maybe I could be the 6th friend. Let you be number 5. I am your friend, Deepak. I am your friend. Okay.
Thank you.
So you have 6 friends. 6.
Thank you.
Including you. Including you.
Thank you.
You know what? This has been an amazing discussion. Any more comments or questions, please leave them. We're about to wrap up the show, but Deepak, awesome. I always enjoy having a conversation with you. I'm so happy you were agreed to be the first guest of Travel and Lifestyle Conversations. Again, it's been truly a pleasure. Thank you so much. Anyone, stay tuned to our next show. I'm going to leave everyone with this note. Just want you to know to travel safely, live intentionally, and cherish every moment. That's TLC. Yes, we did it, Deepak. We did it.
Thank you. High five.
High five. High five. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it.
Thank you.
All right. Until next time, or until next Thursday, everyone. Thank you all. Have a great night. Have a great morning in Thailand or in Singapore, wherever you are. Thank you.